Staff Sergeant Brandon Leonard King. We honor his exceptional courage, loyalty, and selfless service with this Purple Heart and Bronze Star with valor.
Welcome back to Secrets Out. I'm Leonard Maltin, and I'm joined now by writer and director Kimberly Peirce, whose latest movie, Stop Loss, is just out on DVD. Kimberly also co-wrote and directed 1999's Boys Don't Cry, which earned actress Hilary Swank her first Oscar. Thanks so much for coming today, Kim. It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
And I'm glad that your film is on DVD where it's going to find a whole new audience.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be able to bring it out there that way.
Now, you went out on the road with this film, I know, and you went to college campuses and really had a tremendous give and take with audiences who were seeing this film for the first time. What kind of response did you get?
Well, it's pretty amazing. We went to 24 cities all over America, you know, small cities, big cities, and showed it to, as you said, college students, soldiers, military family. I would say pretty much from the soldiers, what was amazing is they said, thank you for making a movie that truly reflects our experience, because they don't feel that people always take the time to get inside of that. I had a couple soldiers say, how did you get it so right? They had just left the combat zone. Had some wounded warriors who, unfortunately, soldiers who've lost limbs, and who want to go back to battle if they can, say thank you for, you know, showing our points of view, and the family members were really moved.
Now, I will confess to you that I had not heard the term stop loss before, and it's, of course, emblematic of the film. Tell us what it means.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you how I found out about it. So we were writing this story about these guys who are comrades who go into this incredibly difficult urban combat and are forever changed, and come home, and one of the guys wants to get out, one wants to go back. And I was talking to a soldier who was actually in Iraq at that point. We were IMing. And he said, do you want to hear something, I don't know if I can use this word, effed up, right? And I said, well, sure, I always want to hear something effed up. You know, that's where the good drama comes from. And he actually spelled out S-T-O-P-L-O-S-S. And I read it, and it's a strange word. And I said, I don't understand, what is that? And he said, it's a backdoor draft. And I said, well, I know what a draft is from Vietnam, but what's a backdoor draft? And he said they're recycling soldiers who've already done 3, 4, and 5 tours. They're breaking their contracts, and they're sending them right back into the war zone because nobody's signing up.
Well, to that end, let's watch a scene from your film now where Ryan Phillippe's character tells his family that he's being forced to return to Iraq.
How can they do this?
They're doing whatever they want to do. With a shortage of guys and no draft, they're shipping back soldiers who's supposed to be getting out. It's a backdoor draft is what it is.
What about Steve?
Mitch, I don't know. Some of us are getting it, some ain't.
This cannot be happening. No, you almost died over there. What do you want to do? You want me to take you to Mexico till this blows over?
No. Out of the question, Mom. I ain't dragging my tail across to Mexico.
I'm getting my keys.
Well, that's a key moment in the film because Ryan Phillippe's character is absolutely patriotic, loyal, gung-ho all the way. And so it's not as if he's against the war or anti-military or anything like that. But they present it with something that it just goes one step over the line as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, this is a guy who's done everything right. You know, right after 9/11, he and his buddies signed up to fight. They're the first to go, and that's what's happening in a volunteer army. You've got all these people who are totally patriotic, who've done their time, and to be sending them back on these extended tours, it's unfair given what they signed up for, and it's really dangerous.
How did your brother fare out of all this, since he was instrumental in inspiring you to make this movie? Tell us what happened to him.
Well, it was interesting. He went in as a young man, 19 years old, wanted to defend his country. No matter what, you are naive at that age, really at any age, to what war is. And I think that from what he's told me, it was exciting. It was definitely an adrenaline rush for a young man to experience that. But I also think that, you know, it forever changes people. And I've noticed in him and in other soldiers, maybe there's a bit of anger, there's something that's, you know, forever changed them.
Do you know what you're going to do next? Do you have anything on your agenda?
I'm going to make a romantic comedy.
Ah.
But it's based on a true story, and it's a great love story and wildly funny. It's a story that actually I experienced in my life, and I was writing it, and I videotaped myself. And I was working on this much darker story, and I was out with the head of one of the studios at a basketball game. And afterwards, you know, I said, well, let me just tell you a funny story. And I started telling the story, and, you know, I don't want to say the gender because you'll know who it is, but the, you know, covering their mouth, laughing, oh my God, that's hilarious. And I was like, yeah, I thought it was a little bit too wild, but no. So I'm thrilled.
This explains why you may have been watching other romantic comedies lately.
I have been studying all the greats because I was looking through your movie book. I wanted to find how you rated one of my all-time favorite films, It Happened One Night. And everybody should watch that movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting that a film that's now 74 years old can still be that vital and that entertaining and that fresh.
It's so good. And it's funny. I mean, I can add, you know, Tootsie, When Harry Met Sally.
Of course.
They're just so good, you know? I mean, I've just been burning through all of them, but it totally holds up. And I don't want to, like, date myself and say, oh, you know, this old movie was exciting, you know? But if you go and watch it, it's so relevant. You so fall in love with the two of them. You're just carried away.
Well, thanks again for being here today. Congratulations on Stop Loss and on your upcoming project, which sounds exciting in its own way, a very different kind of way.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
Thanks, Kim. And I want to remind you that Stop Loss is available on DVD with a lot of extras. You can find out all about the making of the film and about what inspired Kimberly Peirce to do this film. More secrets out when we return.